The decision to rent or buy your home is a big one. In my experience, though, very few people have this debate within themselves in order to figure out what they should be doing. Most people already have their mind made up as to which one is better, and they go searching for evidence that supports that. So, which one's actually better, renting or buying? Find out more right after this. Hey, it's Derek Hagan, Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Financial Analyst. I'm a personal finance expert that created Money Health to give you the tools that you need to make smart decisions with your money, improve your relationship with money, and increase your financial health. Thanks for joining me for this Money Health conversation. So the argument about whether to rent or buy is as old as well, at least as old as I am, that's for sure. Yet, no matter which side of this debate you find yourself on, I think it's worth exploring both the pros and the cons of both sides. So for example, I have my little stick here, and this is going to help me demonstrate the scale, the tilt between them both options. So people think renting is throwing your money away. Right out the window it goes. Why pay your landlord's mortgage when you can pay your own, is what they'll say. But it's not really that simple, though, is it? Consider this. If you want to rent over here, you're going to be a renter, you have no cost up front, none. You get to keep all your money. Over here, if you want to get yourself a house, and you need to use a mortgage to do so, which most people in the world do, you need to first fork over 20%. You might be able to get away with 10 or 5 or something like that, but you got to fork over some money in your savings. That doesn't look as good. Then you have to borrow 80% of the house's price, which means you're going into debt. That's bad too. Guess what else gets added on to that mortgage? Closing costs, appraisal costs, inspection costs. So many other fees get added on to that mortgage. You also have to pay, on an ongoing basis, you have to pay back that principal and that interest, plus insurance, plus property taxes, plus maintenance, plus repairs. On the rent side, you just have rent, and you have just a tiny little sliver, a tiny little fraction of renter's insurance. That's it. Now, this is upfront, this is right away. Of course, over time, this principal and interest, that payment will stay the same, but over time, more and more of that is going towards principal. But rent keeps going up. So this total payment over here for principal and interest stayed the same, but over here, rent keeps going up with inflation. It could be even more than inflation if you get a new owner and they jack up the price. Think of what happened in Williston, North Dakota with the oil boom. Those poor little old ladies who were renting their apartments found that their rent quadrupled overnight. But consider inflation. So that's going to keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. And at some point, you're going to get to equilibrium and it's going to be the same. But remember, once it's the same ongoing cost, you still have time to make up for because you were falling behind for so many years. But there is a time when that scale is going to tip. Now, some people say 8 years, some people say 10 years. That's totally dependent on the situation. So, of course, this is just dollars and cents. The point is, the longer you live in your owned space, the more likely it is that the math is going to work out for you. Now, alternatively, the less time you think that you're going to be there, the more likely it is that renting is going to be better. So don't just assume that renting is throwing your money away. Consider both sides of this coin, and you'll be on your way to good money health. Thanks again for being with me for this money health conversation. If you liked what you've seen, please consider clicking like, and if you like what I'm doing here, consider subscribing. If you know somebody that's going through the rent or buy decision themselves, please feel free to share this with them. You can learn more at moneyhealth.blog. That's where you can join the Money Health community and gain access to Money Health's ebook library. If you're feeling stuck and think advice tailored to your specific situation could be helpful, or if you're going through your own rent versus buy decision and debate right now, I can help you through Hagan Financial. You can learn more about Hagan Financial at haganfinance.com. Thanks again for being with me, and I'll see you next time.